I'm Don Matthews, Associate Professor of Religious Studies at Naropa University, where I also coordinate the Master of Divinity program. This is my second year as a steering committee member.
How did you first learn about what MESA and the work that we do?
I was teaching a course in cultural diversity, and most of the students were psychology majors, and I always have service learning in my classes. And so it became obvious that they wanted and I wanted them to do something having to do with mental health. And so we invited the coordinator for volunteer services and mental health partners to come in. And so she talked with the students about their programs, volunteer programs and opportunities, and the students volunteered. And so after they did that, they said, well, Dr. Matthews, what are you going to do? I said, oh my God, which organization are you going to work with? So I said, well, I think MESA would work for me, mainly because I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. I have a continuing interest in that area. I've worked in hospital settings with people who have been victimized. And so the blend of mental health issues and issues of sexual abuse, I really found that MESA was going to be the place I needed to put my efforts. And so when I talked to Laura about doing something here, so I think you should be on the steering committee. So I said, okay, Laura, no problem. And I really admire her work and her leadership. And so I've been doing this for now the second year. I do a lot of my academic work having to do with issues of sexual abuse, especially in the context of religious organizations. I've ministered to too many women, children, families who have been the victims of sexual assault and sexual abuse. It is a great problem in our society, uh, and it is not abating. It is rising, if anything. And so I think we have a responsibility to work with groups like Nixon to try and end this particular kind of suffering. Now, I really think that well, one of the highlights for me this year was actually getting to meet the volunteers at the end of the year barbecue. My daughter was with me. She's a 21-year-old college student, Faith, and it was really a touching experience to actually see the students, in particular college students and other community volunteers who have been willing to give up their time to help victims of sexual assault and to hear their stories, but to hear it in a very relaxed setting. And so I think MESA is, yes, this is an organization, but it's about people. It's about holding a space for them, holding their stories, honoring them, and really encouraging people to be even more active in ways of combating this particular scourge in our society. And so um, I enjoyed it, and it's just been a very interesting time. And I'm glad my students encouraged me to get more involved in the community, and that Laura was open to having me be on the steering committee.